If you guys would like to see how I got these curls, then stay tuned.
So last week I posted a video about this wig, and someone asked if I can show how I curl it, and I did also get a request maybe a few weeks back by now of someone asking to show like me washing and styling. So I figured this would be the perfect opportunity for me to show you guys, you know, how I wash and style, for the most part, the majority of my wigs. Now the hair is not really dirty. Normally, if the hair is dirty, I will use shampoo in some cases, depending on, this is empty obviously. It's a little bit of water because, you know, I never want to waste. But sometimes I will use a clarifying shampoo. I know they say you shouldn't, but if the wig is dirty enough, then I do. But for the most part, I use a Tresemme just to co-wash the hair. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And typically when I co-wash the hair, I do let it sit in the conditioner for a little bit. So we're going to be doing that. I'm just going to be filling up my sink with a little bit of water. And this wig is not really dirty again. That's the only reason why I'm just co-washing it. It's just for the purpose of me showing you guys, you know, how I wash and style my wigs. And yes, with some of them I only co-wash them, just depending on how dirty the wig itself is. And it depends on the texture of the wig. If the wig is curly, I may put a little bit more conditioner in it. So I'll just dip it in here, see how the hair is feeling, and then take it from there in terms of like if I need to add more conditioner to the water. When I shampoo it, I kind of follow the same steps. So I'll let that sit probably about 20-30 minutes in the conditioner, and then I'll rinse it out. And I do let my wigs air dry. So usually it's like overnight for it to air dry, because I try to limit as much heat on the hair as possible. I'm not really a fan of blow drying. So I'll let that sit and dry overnight. And then once it's dried, I'll come back and I'll style it. Okay. And the other thing I normally do, I know it doesn't need to be brushed out just because I know the hair is just not tangled. I just pass a brush through the hair. I know the detangle brush was like a really popular thing, but I just didn't want to pay like $15 for the brush. So I found the same brush on Amazon, I think for like 10 bucks. This was a while ago, but if you guys want me to leave a link for this brush down below, just comment and I will do so. But this brush works wonders on natural hair as well as on wigs. So this is the shedding that I got from the wig. So very minimal shedding. You guys see here, just very minimal shedding. So I'm gonna let it soak for a few more minutes, and then I'll wash it out and put it to air dry overnight. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. Time to rinse the hair. And if you guys can tell, I'm just trying to maintain the part because I already fluffed it and I don't want to go, you know, like losing it and trying to find it again. I try to make it as easy as possible for myself. Then once it's rinsed out, I take a towel and I pat it dry to just drain out any excess water, and then I let it air dry. You just want to be careful when you're using the towel. You want to make sure that you don't like damage the hair or pull at the lace or anything like that. And I put it back on my mannequin head, and then I comb it out again. I think there might be like 2 hairs in there, so not that much shedding. It's time to let it sit to air dry. Okay, so for the last part of the video, this is the hair after it has been co-washed. As you guys can, I hope you guys can see, the hair looks really good. It feels really soft. So what you will need is, I have my curling iron here that I use to achieve the style. I think it's like an 1.5-inch barrel. It's really old. It's missing this little thing here, so I have like this glove that I'm going to be wearing so I don't continue to burn my fingers. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you hear me talk about this time and time again. It's the Matrix Biolage heat protectant. I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen because I can't get this thing to focus, but I pretty much use that on all of my wigs when I'm curling them. I have 2 clips, and then I have my comb that I'm going to use to part the hair out. But this portion of the video is probably going to be sped up a little bit, not too much, so I know you guys want to see like the details, so I'm going to section it off, and then I'll show you guys how I'm achieving those curls. So I'll walk you through the back half, then I'll speed it up, and then when I get to the top half, I'll slow it down a little bit, and then, you know, give you guys like another talk through on how I got those curls. But oh, forgot. So I'm just gonna put 2 pumps because it's pretty, I don't want to say like it's pretty oily, but it's oily enough. So I don't want to put too much. If you guys have ever heard me mention, I don't like to put a lot of product in hair because I feel as though it kind of like can weigh it down, make it heavy, but at the same time, like, I don't want to damage his hair. Like, as you guys have seen before, I have put this wig through a lot and it has still held up. I absolutely love this wig, like, hands down. Right now, with the exception of the, you know, the fake scalp, they're really panning out to be like my favorite AliExpress hair company. You're going to part it, and they don't have to be like really, really small or really, really big sections. It's whatever works. Okay, so for the back, gonna take a section, again, not too big, not too small, and then you're going to grab the hair and curl it. Now we want to try to maintain the length in the back, so that's why we're going to be curling it the way we're curling it. And then you let go, and you let go, and then let the end just kind of slip through, so that it's curled, but you still get the length. So I'm going to do it again so that you guys can see. So use the iron, smooth it down, and then curl, or should I say turn the iron. Go down, turn, go down, turn, and then with a little bit left out, you drop the top. Let it go a little bit, drop the top. And then with this little piece out, just kind of bring it down and kind of smooth the end. So it still kind of has like a little curl, but you still get a lot of that length. So that's what I'm going to be doing throughout for the back. Once I get to the front, like I said, I'll show you guys how I achieve that. So I'm just going to fast forward through the rest of this. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed what I did there. So I sectioned off the front separately, and then all I have is just like the middle towards the back, and I'm gonna curl that. It's a little bit bigger, that's why I sectioned them off a little bit differently. So this is where the curl pattern changes, as I mentioned to you guys before. So before, I was letting the curls just drop because I wanted to maintain the length, but as I get to the top, I want more body and fullness, so I just hold it up a little bit longer, and you'll see the difference in the curls. So I don't drop it and let the end go. Alright, so do that again. I'm going to section off piece of the hair. You guys can even see up there. But I just curl it, but I curl it tight. And I'm doing the same thing. So when I'm on the left side, I'm curling it towards the right, and when I'm on the right side, I'm curling it towards the left. And I just hold that. And then let it drop. I don't really hold my curls like when I curl them, but you guys can see there's a difference in the curl pattern at the top. So one more time. So we're doing the same thing. We're straightening out the roots, but we're holding it to the root. This way I get that body at the top, but still maintain the length at the bottom. And I let it go. And I'm just going to do that throughout the top. When I get to the front, I'll do the same thing, but I'll slow the video down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So now it's time for the front. So I start from the back part of the front first. I'm going to clip this up. We're going to curl away from the face. I probably should have said that the first time, but... And we're going to finish the right side and do the same thing. And then when I'm at the top, I just part it like this and then curl going backwards. So same steps, nothing's really changed there. So that's the last curl, and then what I do is I just comb it out with a big tooth comb. You guys see how those waves are coming out? They look so good. I'm just smoothing out the little hairs that the big tooth can't get past. And then what I did before is I took my Renutrient Slick Stick. I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. I don't really need it because the hairs are pretty tamed. Just because when I wash it and I let the hair air dry, I kind of smooth it out at the top so there's less work for me to do when I'm styling the hair. But if there are any little hairs that are, you know, little flyaways, you guys can always just add something like this in. I think I must have picked this up from like Amazon or something. And then I just go over it with the comb. But that is pretty much how I achieve this curl that I got a decent amount of questions about. Maybe just one. I can't remember, but I know someone asked me a question about it. But yeah, that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.